I have a massive issue. I suck at making models. And so over the next week, I would spend hours making models and teach you guys exactly what I did. I started my day with just trying to make a shark. Since it failed miserably last time, I wanted to do something special. But without any reference, it just started looking really like a turtle to me instead. And so I ended up just making a little bit more of it and then just giving up. It wasn't until I saw this guy, more by Kev, that I actually started gaining some hope. His tutorials were very helpful to me, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. But he taught me everything from shaping to animations, painting, to color grading, and much more.
But your cubes that are things in the model, in Animate, they don't exist.
Thank you for
Now that they do,
more by
in
that
Animate they
amazing
don't.
story.
It's good. So in
Anyways,
Animate, the only
moving
thing
on
we
to
care
the
about
video.
are all of these different components that are essential.
I started making my project one more time, and this time I started off with a basic shark model like always. Of course, at the start I did not start with a basic model reference, but I still had to work on making the fins first. I used a lot of the rotation thing, and I basically kept using it and kept readjusting and trying to figure out what looked the best for a fin. And after I had found a decent spot, I used the transform tool to copy it, and it took me way too much time to paste on the other side, but I hope if you watch the tutorials correctly, it should not take you much time. Anyways, after that, I started working on the tail, and at first I had a really no reference design, of course, like I said, so I was actually going for a horizontal tail, and I just started going on like I was normally going on with every single thing, you know. But around this time, I have to actually teach you guys something. If you guys look to your right hand side and then down there, you can actually find a lot of like folders and stuff, and you should probably, maybe if you want to do rotation or animation or stuff. But anyways, once I decided to start looking up the references, I realized I was doing the tail entirely wrong. So then I had to start repurposing my tail again, and that started taking me way too much time. Of course, I was experimenting with everything, but after all that work, I kept looking and looking to make it as perfect as possible. I ended up just changing most of it, but after all the hard work, I added some more shaping for just texture purposes, moved around the fins a bit, and started working on the hardest part of the entire thing, the head. Wrong with the head was I was first trying to go for a non-blocky type of head. Then eventually after all the struggle I just had to settle for the normal Minecraft blocky head. And after just painting it, I added some teeth for the animations I wanted to make, and I was all done. But now it was finally time for me to start my animations. But before that, I want to show you guys something. I have just launched my Discord server, and it's a very good place where you can hang out with it. And if you like my videos, I recommend joining. We have a lot of events here coming up, and you might be able to be a part of one of my future upcoming videos. So if you want to join up. The link is in the description. Anyways, time to go into animation. There's a few stuff you have to learn for animations first. First of all, keyframing. If you don't understand keyframing, it's a lot to deal with. And if you've never done editing or animating before, I know it's gonna be very hard for understanding it, but just bear with me. A keyframe is a tool you use for basic animating and editorial purposes like that. For example, I and most other editors use keyframes to make different movements into their random stuff. And in blockbench, you use that for the other animation. Right here, as you can see, I'm making a swim animation for my shark, and for that I have to keep rotating and rotating. By just adjusting it with the first and second keyframe constantly, I did it. The second thing I had to make on blockbench was a boss model. The problem with this is I lost the footage I had for the star rod I had, or the sun rod as you say, but except that I can show you the rest. I was just trying to make a really human-like creature and just like replicating the stars around the head and stuff to make a really cool little thing. And then after that I just started painting it and texturing it using the multiply feature and many others. And then I just started animating. It's really hard to explain what I animated because I don't have much footage, unfortunately. This is just a filler video. But anyways, after all that work, I have to show you the actual work I did. The first animation I have is my summon animation. After that, we also have our next one, which is the star lightning one. When it summons lightning. For the third one, it's a normal fight one. And then for the fourth and last one, it is one where you go up into the air and then fly around to attack. And that's pretty cool, I guess. As for my shark one, I just have a basic attack and swim animation. Nothing much. And this video is nothing much, but this is just a filler video.